Hey everyone, this is Steve with Keep 'em Rollin', and for today's video, well, I'm going to show you some new things I picked up and an old thing that I have found while going through my closets. I've been going through and really doing a deep clean of my room, trying to decide what items should stay, what items should go, and in the process I have rediscovered some of the cool things in my collection, so I'm going to share one of those with you today. And on that note, housekeeping wise, I got some cool ideas for videos coming up. One of those videos will be a show I'm going to next week up in Grand Rapids, Michigan. It's a small show, but it's a mighty show. So I'm going to hopefully take you along. I actually have a table there that I'm going to be selling things at, and I'll give you guys a tour and show you what items that I pick up. Well, hopefully not a lot, because the goal for this show is to really sell items versus buy items. But that's a video coming up. In a couple of weeks I'm going to a Civil War reenactment, so I will hopefully be taking all of you along to show you what it's like to be at the Civil War reenactment and actually jump into history. And then I've had some comments from new subscribers, and that's number 2 on my housekeeping checklist, is I want to thank all of the new subscribers for coming on board. Hopefully you'll enjoy these videos, and I want to say thanks to all my old subscribers. I really appreciate all of you. Please comment, interact with me, and don't take it personally if I don't get right back to you. Sometimes things fall through the cracks, sometimes I get busy, so please do not take it personally. I try to get back, but if I don't, it's nothing that you've done, okay? And if you ever see something you want me to feature closer, you know, I do something in a video and like, oh man, I'd like to see more of that, or if you have an idea for a video, let me know and I'll see what I can do. And in fact, I've had a few people send me messages saying they'd like to see a room tour of where I keep everything. I'm kind of in my room right now, and I will be doing that as soon as I get done with the show. So maybe 3 or 4 weeks out, I'll try and do a room tour. It's just right now my room is in a little bit of disarray because of getting ready for the upcoming show. So, on that note, let's jump right in and I'll show you exactly what I picked up over the last week or so. It's not a lot, but some really kind of cool pieces. And it goes back to that whole thing that I really want to stress to all of you guys and gals. Have fun collecting. I think sometimes we get so into going into an antique shop and you know, you're looking for that big thing. You're looking for the 101st Airborne jump jacket for $5, or you're looking for the German tunic for $50. Those things are fun and they do happen. They do come every once in a while, but take your time, because the cool stuff tends to come out of digging around, you know, and that's what I did basically over the last couple of weeks. I did a little digging and I found just a couple of really neat things for not a lot of money. So let's jump right into it. We're going to start with this book right here. I picked this up because I do have my field desk display, and this will go right into the field desk display. It's a real nice company administration and personnel records. And what's really cool is it basically covers everything you need to do to pay the men and women, if you will. It's all the administrative stuff. And you can see it's lots of different tables. There's like a thing on duty rosters, miscellaneous personal matters, organization of the personnel office, service records, pay of enlisted men. And this is just an incredible book because it'll look great in my field desk, which would be very appropriate place for this book. But it also goes into a lot of detail. There's abbreviations, there's an index in the back. So as you're trying to interpret personnel records you may have in your collection, you may find more information in here, or you're trying to figure out how did the guy or gal get paid. This is going to tell you how did they get discharged, and so forth and so on. This right here will help you, and there's blank forms included. So if you were looking at reproducing something, you could use this book as an example of what you would need to do to reproduce it. And the best part about this book was right here in the front. If we zoom in, it belonged to Anna C. Highland, 1st Regiment WAAC, or WAC. I think it's Army, it's either Army or Training Center, Fort Des Moines. And this belonged to a WAC. And finding WAC stuff, it's just, in WACs, of course, are the Women's Army Auxiliary Corps. That's early on. Then later they would change to just simply WAC. But what's really neat about this is WAC stuff is not that easy to find. So to have something like this, you know, the book itself is cool, but then to have this in it, it just makes it that much better. And also came with some bits of paper here, including a luggage tag for the Palmer House in Chicago. And you see the price. The price is $5. However, the person I bought it from, because I bought another item, which I'll show you in a moment, they just threw the book in for free. So this book cost me absolutely nothing, but just a great thing. So keep these in mind. There's a lot of books out there, and you have to be careful you don't overload yourself, but something like this right here is a great addition to your collection. So, moving on. I found this. Look at that. Isn't that cool? I know, it's a canteen cup. What's so cool about that? Well, what's so cool about it is when you look at the bottom here, so I can get that so you can, I don't know if I'll be able to, there you go. 1941. That is something, you know, the 1941 cups, you just don't see them that often. I found this in a booth at a small little antique shop, and $15. And I know that sounds like a lot for a cup, but once again, 1941, you don't see it, but you probably caught a glimpse. What made it even better was that right there. Look at that trench art that a person put on that cup. Obviously, Army Air Force. Just an excellent, excellent etching. For $15, I could not pass it up. 1941 with the bonus of that. This will go in my Army Air Force display. You know, and the funny thing about it was, while I was looking in the booth, there were some people standing there. It was in an antique mall, and they were standing there, and they were talking about how this was their parents' booth, and they didn't understand how their parents could actually sell stuff, that they just boggled their mind. And I picked up the cup, and she said, "Are you buying that?" And I said, "Yeah." And she goes, I don't know why people buy this stuff. I just don't get it." So it was kind of an ironic twist. But 1941 dated with that. So it shows you once again, stuff is out there. $15 for an awesome piece like that. Now we'll move on to the final piece that I picked up over the last couple of days, and that is this beauty right here. I'm trying to pick it up. Look at that. United States Navy pith helmet. These used to be out there by the boatloads. In fact, most dealers they didn't even want to deal with these. They felt they were junk. Nobody wanted the pith helmets. Now they have become rather scarce. And the ones that are in really nice shape are even scarcer. And this one right here is just, I would say it's close to unissued. It's got a sheen to it. You can see that it's in just beautiful shape. There's no crunches, dings, whammos, dents, anything like that. The fabric on here is in excellent shape. There's no snags or pulls. It's got the chin strap, which is this piece that runs right across the front here. It's got just a little bit of a snag, but almost looks like something from storage. Then when you flip it over, you can see where the chin strap would affix inside. It's got the original kind of leather sweatband for adjusting with the original adjustment tie here, so you can make it bigger or smaller. And then it's got a fantastic, let's see if we can get in there, fantastic stamp. International Hat Company with the Navy contract number, June 29th, 1944. So just an absolute beautiful mint piece. And this goes back to my statement. I've seen these out there in the wild a few times, and when you come across them, what I've noticed is a lot of times the condition is just horrible, and they want, you know, $35, $40, $50 for them. Wait and find that item that is in pristine condition. You will not regret it. You know, it's hard when you want to buy something. I understand that, you know, you go into a shop and you're like, oh, look, but it's got a tear, it's got a rip, but I really want to buy something today, and I'll make it work. You all know what happens when you try and make it work. You're going to get home, and that big tear down the front here is just going to be like, oh, man, I just wish I hadn't bought that. It was $30. I could have saved that money. So wait, you know, I've been looking for one of these. It's been in the back of my mind now for probably 10 years, where it's just been parked. And when I see one, I would look at it and go, no, it's not stamped, or not dated, or it's just not. And finally one came my way. Now, this was not cheap. In the end, I ended up paying $45 for this, which I thought was well worth it, but it's still $45, and that's not, you know, a $2 flea market find. But I will never have to buy another one. This is my one example for my Navy collection, and it will stay with me just like this, as long as I don't do something stupid and set something heavy on it. These are very, very fragile. They don't look like it, but you do something wrong and you will rip the fabric or you will crush it. So, really cool. All right, now, I told you that I found some cool things. Let me set this safely away so I don't do something stupid with it. I found some cool things, but I also found something old. I was cleaning out my uniforms. Let's see if I can grab this without making a huge mess. When I came across this Navy jumper right here, I bought this, darn hair in there. I bought this a few years ago, and what I like about it, it's got a little bit of the Liberty art inside. There's no Liberty cuffs, but it's got this kind of swirly swoop in here. It's a Signalman 3rd class. Nice little rank and rate there. But it was the quality of the uniform. I mean, it's absolutely a stellar custom-made uniform. It's almost like a gabardine versus the wool. And it's got the matching trousers. So the trousers and the jumper are identical. It's very, very fancy. It's got the little hidden pocket here in the back. But what makes this one so cool, and once again, this shows you why you have to kind of take your time when you're looking at things, is when I bought it, I was going over it, and I was trying to figure out, you know, I was looking it over, I was checking the inside, I was looking for a name, as I often do, and as I was feeling around here in the front, I could feel something, you can even hear it. I'm like, what is that? And I'm looking on the inside, and I'm like, I don't see anything, you know. I'm like, I don't understand what's going on here. And then as I played around with it, I was just separated, and I said, oh my goodness, it's a custom jumper, but there's a hidden pocket here in the front, and if you look, it's got this little hidden zipper. So I excitedly, okay, I'm going to set the camera down. There we go, zipper's open. I undid the zipper, and when I reached inside this cool, and you can see this pocket is very, very much a custom pocket, and when I reached inside, I pulled out this right here. Look at that. 1896 silver dollar. And it is a true, I can't, no, that won't do it. I don't have anything to make it ring, but it is a true silver dollar. And this silver dollar was probably this sailor's lucky coin. Either it was his lucky coin, or he just put a silver dollar in that pocket in case he got rolled one night and needed money to get home. He had it in the hidden pocket so he could pull that out and buy his bus fare home or whatever he needed. Okay. Sometimes these sailors would get rolled. You know, you get a little drunk. Some guy jumps you, drags you into an alley, takes all your money, and leaves you laying on the ground. And now when you get up, you have nothing to get back to the base with. So it's always nice to hide something on your uniform. But I just couldn't believe that secret little pocket on this very nice World War II custom-made jumper. So it just go, and let me be frank with you. This isn't worth a whole ton of money. You know, it's not like some, you know, $10,000 rare coin by any means, but this jumper I paid far less than this coin is worth. Okay, so in other words, you know, I think I paid maybe $10 for the jumper. So to find this really was just exciting. And I've had people ask me, what are you going to do? Are you going to sell the coin? What are you going to do with it? Nope. I believe in karma, and that coin is going right back in the pocket there, and that's where it lives. I've noted it in my records, but that's where it's going to stay. I believe it's lived there its whole life, and there's no reason for me to break that and bring bad karma down onto my head. But once again, this just goes to show, when you're out looking, take your time looking through things. Once again, as collectors, we tend to rush. You get into that big show, you're excited, you want to go, 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 go. Step back. Take a deep breath, dig through the boxes, look at the tags, look inside the pockets. You never know what you are going to find. So, on that note, everybody, that's my finds and then something out of the old closet. As I said, the next video that I hope to be putting out on the air will be the Grand Rapids Military Show, so that will be out in roughly a week. The show is on a Saturday, so hopefully I'll release the video on Sunday, and then we will take it from there. So once again, thanks to all my new subscribers, thank you to all my old subscribers, and all of you out there, keep looking, keep collecting. For those of you not making videos, start, because I love watching the videos. I know there's a few people out there who have started making videos, and I promise in an upcoming episode I'm going to give you a shout out and hopefully get you some attention because your videos are rocking, and I love to see this stuff. So, in conclusion, this is Steve reminding all of you to keep 'em rolling.